Morning, welcome back to the channel. I'm Flaps. We're continuing today with the Kangoo build. I'm going to start the electrical side today because I carpeted, last video I carpeted that side and the panel. I still need to carpet that side and I carpeted the other panel for that, so that's fine. I've got it on selfie mode, so I'll be looking to the right most of the time when you see my mush. I'm going to crack on. First thing to do, we're going to clean the roof and put the solar panel on. It's a flexible solar panel, which I'm not a fan of normally, but I'm going to try and make it as stealthy as possible. Hence why I was explaining the other day about the dent on front wing. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to give the van a good polish, so it does look shiny, but it's going to be as stealthy as possible. No windows, no nothing like that. Not even going to put graphics on it, which what I really want to do is make it look like a 4x4 Kangoo with knobbly tyres and some deck holes down the side, but I might change my mind yet, but we'll see how we get on in the next few videos. This is part 5, I think. It's 5-ish. You know, we'll see how we get on. But let's crack on with cleaning roof, putting solar panel on, and I'm going to bring the wires. I'm just going to spin you round. You spin me right, you know what I mean? Anyway, going to bring in the wires either through that or just, I'm just going to drill that corner of the roof for the, oh, I can't remember the names of them. Yeah, gland, that's it, gland. I'm going to put the gland on there. In fact, is that a hole? That's a grommet, that. But can't see where it comes out, so I might go through the grommet and I might not need a gland. That'll be handy, won't it? Anyway, wires are going to come down here behind panel, and that's where the battery's going to sit there. So the wires are going to go along the floor. Nothing else I can do because there's virtually no holes. I mean, I could have passed them round across there, I suppose, but I've carpeted it now, so it's too late. Excuse me. But it will be, the bench seat is probably going to come up to the bed. I mean, it's probably going to come up to about there, so you won't see the wires anyway. He says, fingers crossed, if I could cross my fingers, but because I've got arthritis, I can't. See if I can do it. Can't do it. No, I can do it left hand. Well, that's better. Anyway, yeah, so fingers crossed. It'll all be good in the hood. Right, let's crack on with solar panels. Stop me waffling. See you in a bit, kids. So, I've just been pegging out washing, you know as you do, because it's a nice day. And I've had a thought. I'm not having the batteries at the front. I'm going to have the battery at the back. So the electrics are going to be in the back corner. See, van building, it's not an exact science. You do chop and change your mind. I mean, even Betty's over there, constantly changing how she looks from inside. Still not finished her. Got quite a few bits to do yet, so, but we'll get there. There's no rush for Betty, she's alright where she is. This is the priority, this little old Kangoo. So yeah, I'm going to move everything, move the battery to the back of the van. One thing I didn't realise I didn't have any bus bars, and if you don't know what bus bars are, they're like a basically strip of metal with bolts coming out of it, and you can fix all your negatives and all your positives to make it a bit tidier. So really, off your battery, you've just got 2 wires, 2 50mm square wires just go into the bus bars, and then everything feeds off them. But I'll show you as I get there. So yeah, it's an evolving process. It's not an exact science, like I've just said, and you will change your mind on certain things. Let's crack on with cleaning roof. It's not brilliant, but the paint's cracking a bit, but I'm not too bad about that. These are really good. Garage Class Wipes, Ultra Grime. They clean all sorts of stuff off. I need to clean that green stuff off there as well. Which I might do that next actually. And these are grommets. These are bolts for the roof bars. So if you want to put roof bars in your Kangoo, you can do. So I can't use that as a grommet. So I'm going to have to try and find it. I think I've got a gland, but I'm not sure. But we'll see. If we haven't, I don't know what I'm going to do. Unless I can try and get the wires down there and drill through there. But we'll see. It'll all come apparent in the next clip, I suppose. Right, that's a bit cleaner. I'll do it inside at doors and rest at door frames another time. But I mentioned them whites before, but also what I find, especially getting grease and glue and older paint, not older paint, but like when you use Sikaflex, let's use it as an example because I love Sikaflex. When you're trying to clean Sikaflex off, you go through loads of wipes, and like I said, them Ultra Grime wipes are really good. Excuse me. But I also find brake cleaner, brake parts cleaner, as stupid man, stupid bloke, stupid video says, brake parts cleaner. And it's basically exactly what it says on the tin. It's that, don't worry about the label, it's just a different bottle. But yeah, you don't clean brake dust off with that, and you clean your brakes and all shite that gets under your car. But brake parts cleaner, use it on paintwork, doesn't damage it, gets all the mould off and all the shite and detritus. What is detritus? What is detritus? I've never understood that. But anyway, yeah. So it cleans it as well, and it doesn't damage your paintwork. But it's really good. But you're better off wearing gloves because it makes your hands a bit rough and a bit spacky like mine. That's not brake cleaner. That's arthritis. But anyway, it's another story. Right, let's crack on with this solar panel. Oh yeah, I mentioned as well about moving the battery up to this end and keep all the wiring and stuff hopefully down here under the bench seat. Now with the bench seat slash pull-out bed, I'm going to go above the wheel arch. In fact, where's the... This is the wheel arch cover from the other side, and it's about 17 inches high, so I'm going to keep it to that level. So it's fairly high off the floor. You can still sit down on it. Now let's test it while we're here. Well, your head's touching roof there, so I might have to bring it down a bit, because obviously there's going to be a cushion on top. Let's turn you right. There's going to be a cushion on top, and the ceiling's going to come same level as these ribs, so I'm going to drop it down a bit, but it's not a problem, because once it's in, the kitchen's in, should be alright for cooking them there one pot meals on the gas stove. Just getting ready to glue the solar panels to the roof, and I want to introduce you to my little friend. This is the Melif electric sealer gun. They are ace, and they also fit the DeWalt batteries. So it's not a DeWalt one, it's got yellow on it and black, and they fit the DeWalt batteries, which is what I've got. Happy days. But they are so ace. Don't half save your wrists. Look at that. Perfect. Just wipe that end off there. So I'm going to I drew 3 circles through them little eyelets there, and I'm just going to put a bit of Sikaflex on it. Right, that's stuck on now, all 4 corners, and as you saw in the middle, what I've done is I've just sealed across the front, just in case the wind got underneath it and ripped it off, which is highly unlikely, but that's my little wind deflector like that. So the solar panel's on, and I think I've discovered that I don't need to use that gland. Let's have a look. Right. As you can see, this channel here, it curves in like that, so any rain that comes off the roof runs down to there, and then obviously down these channels here. So with the door shut like this, there's a gap between the door and the roof, which is fine, but it's big enough to get the solar wires down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop these 2 wires down into here, into this channel. I'm going to drill a hole about there on that crease that will go through to the van, and I can drop the wires down to the solar control, which is going to be down there somewhere. Good idea. Screw the side panel in now, so that's not going anywhere. And I can get, if I need to, well, I will need to get the wires through there for the solar panel. So I'll just unscrew that one and just pull it forward. Happy days. Right, let's drill the bodywork. It's really quite good then, actually. I do like the colour on the side. I know it's a bit dark, but I like it. So yes, let's go. I think I might change my mind again. I'm going to put the battery behind the driver's seat there, because if I do that, see, my thought process is I need to run wires across the ceiling to this side, because over here I need 2 USB ports, a feed for the switch panel, and then I need to obviously run wires for the lights. And if I do that from the back, I can tuck them behind this panel I've just screwed on, whichever end I have the battery. But I've got more space along the bottom to put the DC to DC charger and the solar controller. I mean, you don't really need to see the solar controller, because you'll get a reading from the switch panel, which I think I'm going to put, when I build the kitchen, I'm going to put the switch panel on the side, or the front. I might do it on the front of the kitchen, actually, because my plan is to have a kitchen sort of like as the same height as you would in other vans or your household kitchen. So where you sat down on the bench seat, you can quite comfortably cook and wash up or whatever. So, or potentially I could run the wires along the edge of the floor down underneath the floor there, along that seal, and then up. That might be better, actually. I might do that. Then I can crack on with sealing then, because like I said, I'm only, there's 2 USB ports and a feed for the switch panel. That's all I need, wires on this side. And in fact, the ceiling lights can come up there and go into the ceiling that way. I might still change my mind yet, but I think the best way to go is run the wires along the floor and do it that way. Yeah, that's what we'll do, and that gives me then more room to use the board to screw the other bits too. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right, let's put everything in place. I've ordered the buzz bars, they should come tomorrow. And I can use the either a grinder to grind out that edge of wood, or the multi-tool. So yeah, it'll all be hidden. That's good. So you're constantly thinking with van builds. Nothing's ever straightforward, but you do the basics and then you change it. So yeah, it's an evolving process. I've said before in other videos, even when I've been doing videos on Betty, it's just a never-changing process. The one thing I do know is that I'm having carpet, which I've got, and I'm having cladding on ceiling, because I really like cladding. Betty's cladded all the walls and the ceiling. Looks dead cosy actually. I might show you later, or in another video. That's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh yeah, I can do that, because the other panel, the other carpeted panel, goes from there down to there. So I've got all this gap here, so I can drop the wires down without being seen. That's what I'm going to do. See, it's all coming together. Let's crack on. I also want to give a shout out to, I'm going to give a shout out to different YouTube channels that I follow as well over the course of this build, because I got some inspiration from them. I'm only a little channel, I've only got 113 subscribers, but that's growing a bit. Betty's channel's got 560 odd, so it's not too bad, but I'd love to get to 1,000. And one channel that I follow is called Ladybug Travels. Sam, the lady who runs it, I suppose, when I run it. Do you run a channel? Do you run a channel? I don't know. But yeah, so Sam from Ladybug Travels, she's got a little Fiat Doblo that was already converted when she bought it, but she's done some really ace things, and the videos are really good actually, really informative, it's funny sometimes. So give her a follow, give her a subscribe. But yeah, I really like the way that she's got the car set out as a camper. So it's got inbuilt everything, you know, even a diesel heater. She's not bad. But yeah, lovely one. Give her a shout. Tell her that Flaps Falkland sent you, because that's me. But yeah, so I'm going to try and big up some of the channels that I follow as we go along, and that was one of them. Let's crack on. It's not coming off. It's not coming off. Okay, I've connected these solar wires up after drilling through the back end there, and I've put some of this stuff on through the hole so it doesn't chafe the wires. That's where they come out there, and then we're obviously going to route them that way somewhere. But I'm just going to tape down the wires at the back. You can see when the door shuts, touches them in, but the gap is okay. So I'm just going to put some blobs of Sikaflex to keep these down up there, and then I'll do the same on in the channel. I'm quite impressed with that. Just need to have drill the wrong hole there, but I mind, don't worry about that. I've got some silicone run around there and in there. Now I know it don't look pretty, but once this green tape's come off after it sets, it'll do its job. Happy days. Pleased with that. And one of the good things is, if it comes down these little step ladders, good them little things, is if you look at the van, you can't really see the solar panel until you get, obviously, well, even if you walk down the side, unless you're 6'2", you can't really see it. So the only time you'll notice something different is from behind, when the doors are shut. You might just see the two wires on top of the roof, but other than that, quite pleased with that. Right, so yeah, that's my eye level now, and I can't see a solar panel. So my stealth micro camper might be taking shape. I like that. And that was a dint that I mentioned in case you're a new subscriber, you're not seeing the videos. So yeah, paintwork will be touched up. I'll give it a polish. I'm leaving that scrape. Give it a wash. Needs taking for an MOT, but the bugger won't start now, so I'll have to play about with that. No immediate rush for that. It's getting this back sorted that's the main issue. So stop waffling and get on with it then. We've got some semblance now with the starting of the electrics. And all I need to fit between the solar controller and the battery is a DC to DC charger, the fuse box, an isolation switch, and the wires from the battery to the buzz bars. And I need to run the wires around the edge of the floor, up there to the lights, and that's it. And I can start building the bed now. Actually, now I've got the level of the electrics, and the bed's going to be, well, hopefully a small double with a slide out bit, and the standard 2 cushions. But we can the solar controller works, but I've disconnected the positive wire. Because you need to do that before you connect the battery. So if you're ever fitting one of these or any solar controller, make sure that you connect the solar controller last, because if you don't and connect that first and then you connect the battery, it fries the controller. I know, because I've been into a couple of jobs where I've had to fix them and tell them. So yeah, there you go. Right, see you in a bit. Right, that's the end of today's video, part 6. Hope you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed making it. Really, Paul? Oh yes, I love doing this kind of thing. I love vans, I love building vans, I love fixing vans. It's just ace. Yeah, so that's this one done. In part 7 I'll be doing more electrics and possibly starting the bed build. So thanks for watching. Please give it a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, drop a comment down below, tell us what you think, and we'll see you in part 7.